Hey guys, Trent here coming at you with another video. So interesting, the ban and restricted announcement did come out, and let's take a look at it. So turned out to be only 3 cards. There was a fake banning announcement that got supposedly, it was fake leaked. So these cards were on it. There was a few other cards that are interesting. Was probably kind of like a wish list of just people that wanted a completely reset format. So anyways, we got 3 cards that were banned, 2 that were, I think everybody just knew that they were going to be banned, and then 1 that we suspected but just didn't know for sure. So first off, we got Fable of the Mirror Breaker. We knew it had to go. So got 1 day to craft all these, I guess, on Arena if you want to get the free wild cards and use them in other formats, right? So yeah, makes sense. Fable of the Mirror Breaker, too much value for 3 mana. 2 problematic 2/2s that you have to deal with because of their abilities on them are no joke on those 2/2s. Just 4 power and toughness for 3 mana, is pretty decent anyways. And then especially with the reanimator strategies that are going on right now, its second ability became highly relevant, and it is just a good ability to be able to cycle the cards you don't need. But it was also a graveyard enabler. Then, of course, the fact that you make a Kiki Jiki is just insane, and it even has its own token, the Goblin token that you can copy. But that, alongside the in Rakdos, alongside the Blood Tithe Harvester, was just an insane combo. Just that happens to be baked into the deck. Rakdos was super powerful. Of course, we know it won the Pro Tour and everything. Of course, all 3 of these cards were highly played. 4 of them Fable, I think at least 2, and sometimes more Bankbuster in Rakdos, the Rakdos deck, and then usually 3 to 4 Invoke Despairs. So yeah, the next card, Invoke Despair. I think this is the most hated card, so I think I see why. Interesting. I was wondering, maybe if Fable and a Reckoner Bankbuster would have been good enough. I am glad to see it go. Yeah, it's just too much value, too much of a extreme tempo swing. Whenever you're playing mid-range against mid-range, not enough go wide strategies to make this card a little bit less valid. It just, yeah, way too much value. Super annoying. You can't play Planeswalkers basically because of this card almost. So glad to see it go. That was the one that I think was kind of questionable, but definitely glad that they made that decision. Then finally we got Reckoner Bankbuster. Yeah, just too much good card advantage for any deck that can utilize it, right? Later, it's a defensive creature or an offensive creature. It just pretty much does everything for only 2 mana. Of course, you have to pay 2 mana to keep drawing cards, but you're drawing cards, so games are kind of like secretly decided because of the Bankbuster, who gets down the Bankbuster and draws a bunch of cards, right? So that will open up some slots for some other kind of card advantage spells alongside Fable of the Mirror Breaker being gone too. So what does that leave like as the big bad primary stuff? I know a lot of people talked about Wandering Emperor and stuff like that. I can see those cards don't seem that busted. They're good, don't get me wrong. I love the Wandering Emperor and Wedding Announcement. Those didn't seem like overly busted or anything like that. And I don't think they're going to like run away with the format now that these cards are gone. The cards that I do worry about, well, there's one that I worry about. Rafine was the other one that people are worried about. And the Legends deck, basically. Yeah, I could see it's definitely strong, and it's probably going to get a little bit stronger, but it seems like manageable to me. but we'll see. The one that I think I kind of wish would have gone, I had a feeling it wasn't going to go, but this is the one I wish would have gone, is Atraxa. This card is just too good of a reanimator target, and there's too good mana and too good reanimation. There's too many good reanimation spells in Standard right now. This card is super annoying. This is going to be the new Invoke Despair. As like, I think it'll be the most. It'll go down being the most hated card going forward. I think we'll see, but that's my prediction. It does too much. You know, certain decks just lose on the spot because they can't deal with an Atraxa, and then almost all the other decks kind of have lost, and they just don't know they've lost yet. Even if you can handle the Atraxa right away, even if you can answer the Atraxa right away, it's like, but your opponent, the person that cast the Atraxa or reanimated the Atraxa, basically draws a new hand. So it's like that weird, like, you've won, but you just, it's just delayed. So it creates these really, like, miserable game states. You know, it's like you're not dead, but you're like kind of dead. So I don't know. I don't think that's good game design. Yeah, I would have liked to seen this one go, but we'll see. We'll see how the new format shakes out, and if Atraxa becomes, or the Reanimator deck becomes the top deck. You know, they already have a Tally as well. Seems like they have too many good Reanimator targets. So, but I guess the argument is that there's too many good ways to reanimate it. So let me know what you guys think. Are you happy with the bans? Should anything else have been banned? What do you think about Atraxa staying in the format? Is it going to rise up to be the most dominant and the new most annoying card in Standard? Let me know what you guys think. Oh, I forgot to. I should mention. Yeah, they didn't touch Shieldred. I guess we all knew that. I don't think Shieldred's that big of a. I mean, it's annoying, but it's not that big of a problem. It can die. It doesn't give any card advantage. Yeah, it can drain life, but I mean, I'd much rather face off against a Shieldred than an Atraxa. You know, well, of course the mana costs are much different, but yeah, let me know what you guys think about Shieldred sticking around as well. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed. We'll see you in the next one.